What's up everybody? Now, as you've probably seen by the title of this video is going to be all about how to play spin, especially on those spinning pitches. So there's a video that I found that I hadn't seen before of Rohit Sharma giving really in-depth insight on how to play that spin in tough conditions when the ball is especially turning quite a lot. So on those Indian pitches, I've had experience of that when I've been out to India, 3 times now. Amazing experiences out there, but I've really seen a difference in how I play spin over the 3 times I've been, and that's what I'm going to be looking at today, using my feet more, all things like that. Hopefully this is really relevant and useful to you. So let's start off with Rohit Sharma. He is a class player, not just of spin, but as pace as well, but especially a really good player of spin. He's such a good batsman, scores bags of runs in the IPL for Mumbai Indians and for India, over 10,000 runs. Such a classy batsman. He's also obviously grown up on those Indian pitches, so really knows how to battle out on those ragging, turning pitches. So let's have a look at him speaking now, and then we'll talk about it later.
So basically, just using your feet a lot more, making sure you sweep the ball, and those kind of things. When you play on turning pitches, you got to be proactive. You can't be reactive. So getting on top of the bowler, making sure that you are ahead of him was very, very crucial. So little adjustment based on that, and understanding if it's turning, how big it is turning, whether it's bouncing or whether it's keeping low. Those were the things that I was thinking about before making any shot making decisions. So yeah, mentally before the game, I was prepared about what I will be facing once I get in. So I think the preparation really helped in terms of getting out there and playing the shot I want to play.
So some great insight there from such a class batsman. Obviously one of the main things he says is mental preparation, but remember that for later, because I want to talk about that a little bit later on in the video, so stay and keep that in your mind. But one of the other things, obviously, he says moving your feet as much as you can, both deep and forward in the crease, sweeping the good ball, getting on top of the bowler. But the main one for me is being proactive and not reactive. He's not just trying to stay in, he's trying to attack the bowler, get on top of him and score some runs. Now, when I was out in the first time in India, when he's on about that mental side of the game, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. I had just gone out into India, a really raw experience. I definitely hadn't experienced as much spin as that. Definitely not any good spinners on different decks as well. Concrete, on mats, on actual decks as well. But the main thing was bounce, and you'll see what I'm on about now. So you can see by my reaction there, very, very frustrating. That happened to me a couple of times, just getting done by that bounce. I just felt like I couldn't play a shot to that ball. I think what I was doing is I was just trying to stay in, very limited footwork, just trying to stay there, no positive intent at all, just trying to stay there at the crease. But that's enough of my mindset. Let's have a further detail on what Rohit's mindset is like.
It was important to, be proactive on a pitch like that, where it's going to turn, odd ball is going to keep low, or it's going to bounce. You need to be proactive, making sure that before it's too late, you start doing what you want to do, and be clear in your mind. You can't be tentative. You can't have two thoughts. If you want to sweep, you sweep it. If you want to use your feet and play with the turn, you should be able to do that as well. What helped me, I guess, is the preparation I had before the game. All I was trying to do is the things that I just spoke, using the feet, playing with the turn, making sure I sweep the ball, understanding the line they're bowling. Moeen Ali especially, he was trying to bowl in the rough.
So what he's saying there is that he's got his own plan and he's trying to get into those plans as quickly as possible when he's out in the middle. And he's obviously got his plans ready, he's not afraid to execute those shots. Freedom, all the freedom in the world, which was the complete opposite of what I was doing when I was out there. Another main point was when he talked about his build-up and his preparation for the game. He's obviously probably netted loads and loads before the game, practicing where those bowlers are going to bowl, ragging it off the pitch. And he's also lived there his entire life, which obviously helps quite a bit. But that tells you that your preparation is really important when it comes to playing spin. So that's what my India trips are about really, just trying to take in as much information as possible from your surroundings, what the bowlers are doing, what the pitches are like, just all those experiences about this ball staying low, some of them pop in, what the bowlers are doing, which way they're spinning it, all things like that. Just a complete random select, just trying to take it in like a sponge, and I'm just trying to learn to execute those skills as well as possible. Now, it doesn't work every time, you're never going to be 100%, it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for pros, but what we're trying to do every time we're in those experiences, we're just trying to improve bit by bit and step by step. So let's have a look at these clips now. These are from the last trip to India, so the one that we've just been on just a couple of weeks ago. But when I was out there playing matches and training, I felt like my plans were much better and much clearer, which helped me loads when I was out there. It also helps that I've grown a lot more now, so I'm not just as tall as the stumps, so I can deal with that bounce a lot easier, but a lot of it is mindset. So I can understand way more that ball that would get me out before with the turn and the bounce. I remember playing this exact same ball 2 years ago and I've just tried to fend it off and I've gloved it straight to slip. But this time it's in that same spot, it's bounced, I've identified where the ball is and I've just let it go. No need to play at that ball whatsoever. So as a cricketer and a player myself, I feel like that's a great progression from the past few times that I've went, which we're always looking for. Those little improvements are a great success. Yeah, so I can see a huge difference now from the 2 times that we've been. Looking back at it now, you can see where I've improved, and when you're actually batting, when you're actually in the moment, it doesn't feel like a big difference, but when you have a look back at it, you can really see how much clearer I am when I'm batting. Let's have a look now how I'm implementing all those things that Rohit was on about. So as you can see there, big improvement, being able to sweep a good ball and off a good length. So let's have a check-in now and see what Rohit said about those sweeps.
There's not much chance for the bowler if you're trying to sweep the ball from the rough, because I saw the fielder deep square leg was also back. Even if I top edged it, it's going to land in the safe place. So those were the ideas and those were the thoughts behind the plan that I had today. And then when Leach was bowling, he was bowling stump to stump. So it was important for me to use my feet, play with the turn, not with the straight bat facing towards him, with the turn slightly angled, making sure I pushed the ball between covers and point. And rotating strike was also important, which I think we did pretty well. Once you rotate strike, it's not easy for the bowler to keep bowling to different batter all the time. Yeah, pretty much it. How I was thinking about batting today against the spinners.
So the main thing that he's on about there is taking calculated risks and not being afraid to play his shots, especially when he's at that level. He's looking at what the ball's doing, and I guess a bit what the bowler's doing as well. He's rotating the strike. You're obviously not going to play all the balls the same at international level, but he's still trying to rotate the strike and making it as hard as possible for the bowlers. So hopefully some great insight there from myself going out to play in those conditions, but mainly from the great man Rohit Sharma. Some brilliant insight from a world top class player. So maybe you can put some of that into your game. You'll have some failures, you'll have some successes, but that's what keeps us coming back. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Heartbreaker.